Millions of travelers are about to walk into airports in 2026 thinking everything is normal, and walk out stressed, delayed, or stopped cold at the gate. And here's the part that worries experts the most. Seniors will be hit the hardest. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the rules changed quietly, without big announcements or clear warnings. The new airport rules 2026 aren't being rolled out with flashing signs. They're being slipped in behind the scenes. And if you don't know them ahead of time, a simple trip could turn into longer lines, missed flights, or even being denied boarding over a rule you never knew existed. These airport rules for seniors are tied to major travel changes 2026 that affect how you check in, how you're identified, and how airports decide who moves fast and who doesn't. So before your next trip, there's something you need to understand. Because the first change doesn't start at security, it starts with your face. Number 1. Biometric airports. Your face is your ID. Walk into a major airport in 2026, and you might notice something feels different, but no one explains it out loud. Instead of handing over a boarding pass or opening your passport, many airports are moving toward biometric identification, where your face becomes your ticket. Reports suggest airports across the United States, Europe, and the UK are already testing facial recognition systems at check-in, security, and even boarding gates. You simply step up to a camera, look straight ahead, and the system matches your face to your travel record in seconds. For frequent flyers, it feels fast and futuristic. For many seniors, it feels confusing and rushed. There are no clear signs, no step-by-step guidance, just a camera waiting for you to stand in the right spot and look the right way. Miss the mark, and the system doesn't respond. Some travelers freeze. Others step back, unsure what to do next, while the line behind them grows. Airports are expected to expand these systems rapidly as part of broader travel changes, 2026, even though not everyone is comfortable being scanned. And here's the catch. If you don't want your face scanned, that's where things slow down. Number 2. Opt-out lines and hidden delays. Here's something most travelers won't realize until it's too late. You can still opt out of biometric scans in many airports. But that choice comes with a price. As airport security changes continue to roll out, manual verification lanes are quietly becoming the slow lane. Instead of walking straight through a camera gate, you're redirected to a separate line. That line moves slower, it stops more often, and it usually means more questions, more document checks, and more waiting. Under the updated TSA airport rules, officers are instructed to spend extra time verifying identity when facial recognition isn't used. That might sound minor, until you're standing on your feet for 30 or 40 minutes longer than expected. For seniors, this can be especially tough. Longer standing times, fewer places to sit, and less staff available to guide you through the process. Assistance isn't guaranteed, and instructions aren't always clear. Many travelers don't realize they've opted out until they're already being redirected. And while you're waiting, everything is being logged. Timestamps, checks, movements, all part of a system designed for efficiency, not comfort. Because this isn't the only system quietly tracking your movements. Number 3. Europe's Entry-Exit System S. If you've ever flipped through your passport and smiled at those entry stamps, that habit may soon be a thing of the past. Across Europe, passport stamping is quietly fading out, replaced by a digital system known as the Entry and Exit System, or EES. Instead of an officer stamping your passport, your entry date and exit date are recorded electronically. The system also tracks how long you stay and automatically flags overstays. There's no ink, no stamp, and no visible reminder of when you arrived or when you're supposed to leave. That's where things get tricky. No stamp means no easy proof. Everything lives inside a computer system you can't see. If a mistake happens, a wrong date, a missed exit, or a system error, it becomes much harder to explain or correct on the spot. For many seniors, this shift can feel disorienting. There's less human interaction, more screens, and fewer explanations. Border officers expect travelers to understand what's happening, even when the process isn't clearly explained. Confusion leads to delays, and delays raise questions. And while documents are going digital, there's another area travelers really underestimate: their bags. Number 4. Carry-on rules are getting stricter. Most travelers think they understand carry-on rules until 2026 proves them wrong. Airlines are cracking down harder than ever, and the carry-on rules 2026 are designed to catch oversized bags before they ever reach the gate. Many airports are testing digital bag scanners that automatically measure the size and weight of your carry-on. If your bag is even slightly over the limit, it can be flagged instantly. No debate. No second chance. The screen turns red, and you're pulled aside. What used to be a quick walk to the gate can suddenly turn into a stressful confrontation. This hits seniors especially hard. Many pack extra items just in case, medications, comfort items, or a change of clothes. But under the updated airline baggage rules, those extra pounds matter. Size limits are shrinking, weight limits are tightening, and enforcement is no longer flexible. Arguing at the gate doesn't help. In fact, it often makes things worse. Stress levels rise, boarding slows down, and fees appear that no one planned for. And once your bag is flagged, there's usually no way around it. And now, airlines are taking things one step further. Some may start charging for something that used to be free. Number 5, repoint, overhead bin fees and personal item-only fares. Here's where things get uncomfortable for a lot of travelers. Airline insiders suggest some carriers are quietly testing a new idea, charging passengers for access to overhead bins. In these early trials, your ticket may only include space under the seat in front of you. If you want to place a bag overhead, that could cost extra. On top of that, some carriers are experimenting with what are called personal item-only fares. These tickets look cheaper at first glance, but they don't include a traditional carry-on at all. That means the small bag you've always brought on board for free may suddenly come with a surprise fee at the gate. For seniors, this shift creates real challenges. Lifting bags overhead isn't always easy, and many rely on overhead bins to keep essential items close. When access becomes limited or paid, stress levels rise, especially when decisions have to be made quickly while boarding. None of this has been officially announced as a universal rule yet, but the direction is clear. Airlines are searching for new revenue, and baggage is an easy target. Security, however, might be changing for the better, at least in some airports. Number 6, time to new security scanners and liquid rule changes. For once, not every airport update is bad news. As part of ongoing TSA security changes, a new generation of CT scanners is being introduced at select airports. These machines create detailed 3D images of what's inside your bag, which means fewer items need to be taken out during screening. In some locations, travelers can now leave laptops, tablets, and even liquids inside their carry-ons. This has led many to believe the long-standing liquid rule is disappearing. In reality, it's only being relaxed in airports that have fully upgraded equipment. In others, the old airport security rules still apply. That's where confusion sets in. One airport may let you walk through without unpacking a thing. The next might require you to remove liquids, electronics, and shoes, all in the same trip. For seniors, this inconsistency can be stressful, especially when instructions change from one checkpoint to another. The key takeaway is simple. Don't assume security rules are the same everywhere. What works at one airport may cause delays at another. And while security screening is getting smarter, your passport is changing too. Number 7, digital passports and mobile ID. Another major shift is happening quietly, and it revolves around your passport. By 2026, e-passports and digital travel credentials are becoming a bigger part of how airports verify identity. In simple terms, your phone is starting to act like your passport. Several airlines and airports are testing systems where your identity is confirmed through facial recognition linked to a digital ID stored on your smartphone. No paper, no boarding pass, no passport shown. You walk up, the system recognizes you, and you move on. For tech-savvy travelers, it sounds convenient. For many seniors, it can feel risky. Here's why. Phones run out of battery, phones get lost, phones freeze, crash, or refuse to load apps at the worst possible moment. And when your phone is your identity, a simple technical failure can turn into a serious travel problem. Imagine standing at customs with no signal, no battery, and no proof of who you are. That's why experienced travelers all agree on one thing. Always carry your physical passport, even if digital options are available. Technology can fail. Paper doesn't. And while this change is about convenience, it also opens the door to something else travelers often miss, where many people lose money without even realizing it. Number 8, time quiet fee increases and travel taxes. Here's the change most travelers never notice, until their credit card statement looks higher than expected. As airports modernize and airlines adjust to new regulations, quiet fee increases are being built into tickets across the board. These include new airport usage fees, environmental charges, and infrastructure upgrade costs. The tricky part is that you rarely see these fees labeled clearly. Instead of a line that says new charge, they're folded into the final price under vague names like service fees, facility charges, or fuel adjustments. By 2026, experts expect travel costs 2026 to rise, not because flights are longer or better, but because airports are upgrading behind the scenes. For seniors, this can be frustrating. You compare prices, choose what looks like the best deal, and only later realize you paid more than expected. These airport fees aren't always obvious during booking, especially when using third-party travel sites that highlight base fares but hide the breakdown until checkout. What makes it harder is that these fees vary by country, airport, and even time of year. Two similar flights can end up costing very different amounts once all charges are added. So what does all this mean if you're flying next year? Number 9. Why seniors are most affected. Most of these airport changes were designed with one type of traveler in mind, someone comfortable with technology, able to move quickly, and confident using apps, scanners, and digital screens without help. And that's exactly why seniors are the most affected. Today's systems assume you can scan a QR code instantly, position yourself correctly in front of a camera, tap through menus on a phone, and keep moving without hesitation. But many older travelers move at a different pace, and that's not a flaw, it's reality. When airports rush people through with little explanation, stress builds fast. Less tech confidence can turn simple steps into confusing moments. A screen flashes instructions too quickly. An app freezes. A line moves forward before you're ready. Under pressure, even experienced travelers can feel overwhelmed. And unfortunately, airports aren't slowing down to help. They're speeding up. That's what makes this so frustrating. Travel shouldn't feel intimidating, especially for people who have spent decades flying with confidence. Yet these changes can make seniors feel rushed, judged, or left behind. But here's the good news. Preparation changes everything. Number 10. How to prepare before 2026. Here's the good news. None of these changes have to catch you off guard if you prepare the right way. The smartest travelers in 2026 won't be the fastest or the most tech-savvy. They'll be the most prepared. Start with the basics. Check your passport expiration date now. Many countries require at least 6 months of validity, and missing that detail can stop your trip before it even begins. Next, take a few minutes to learn the layout of the airports you'll be flying through. Knowing where security, restrooms, and seating areas are located reduces stress immediately. Packing lighter is another game changer. Fewer bags mean fewer rules to worry about and less physical strain. Bring only what you truly need and keep essential items easy to access. Always carry physical backups, printed boarding passes, a paper copy of your itinerary, and your physical passport, even if you're using digital options. And one tip many overlook: arrive earlier than you used to. With new systems and unfamiliar processes, extra time is your safety net. These simple travel tips for seniors aren't about rushing, they're about confidence. Follow these airport travel tips, and you'll move through airports calmly while others scramble. And one final thing, every smart traveler should remember. Airports are changing faster than most people realize. New systems, new rules, and new expectations are rolling out quietly, and they won't slow down for anyone. Whether you fly once a year or once a month, the truth is simple. Showing up unprepared in 2026 can cost you time, money, and peace of mind. But here's the upside. When you understand what's changing, you travel with confidence instead of confusion. You move calmly while others feel rushed. You avoid surprises while others argue at the gate. Don't travel confused. Travel informed. If you want to stay ahead of airport updates, travel rules, and senior-friendly travel advice that airlines don't always explain clearly, consider subscribing. Because in 2026, the most important thing you carry won't be in your bag. It'll be what you know.